Yeah, good day everyone, and I want to welcome you again to another video. Uh, First, to the PEC applicants, I would want us to, I believe, still exercise patience. Just obviously, as we all know, there is nothing we can do except we wait for the final list. So, what I'm thinking probably, what I guess could have caused the delay could have been maybe they never expected the number of applicants that they received. Yeah. So, it's just a sign that a lot of people are already knowing about Brazil. Like I must confess, there are a lot of people that do not know about the benefits in Brazil and of being a student here. So I guess that must have been what really led to the turnout. Yeah, so with that being said, yeah, today, in the last video, I mentioned something about um, laying some records straight, like um, saying, talking about things I've said before that are no longer so because of change in authorship, permit that English, and yeah, because I remembered I I learned that the consulate in Lagos got a new consular around March, and ever since, a lot of things have changed um, as to when I applied. Yeah, so I mentioned that I would be shedding light on certain things or putting up some disclaimers regarding things I've said before in previous videos, and then which are no longer so. And then today, one of what I'll be talking about is about family reunion. Yeah, for those of us that are just hearing about this for the first time, family reunion is the visa that, and then before I go ahead, I would like to reiterate that everything I'll be talking about is in the context of VITEM 4. That is because all I talk about here is just about postgraduate and nothing more. Yeah, because I tell people when they ask me, I'm sorry, that's what I know and that's what I want to concentrate on. Yeah, so family reunion is the type of visa or the visa type that you apply for to reunite with your family. So if you, as a recipient of VITEM 4, for you to get your family on board, what you'll be applying for is family reunion. When I was applying, when I began my application for family reunion, I'm the recipient of the VITEM 4, but I need to raise it for my family. So I made an error, and that was the fact that I initially started the application for VIVIS, which is the um, tourist visa, until I got an information that what I need to apply for is family reunion and not VIVIS. So it was then, I think the price for VIVIS was around, I think 77,000. So what I did, because initially I'd made a payment, so I then made another payment and I scanned both of them together. And then, yeah, and this, when you're scanning both, if probably you find yourself in such shoes, what you do is you don't use something like, you don't use I love, you don't merge them. Rather, you use Canva, okay? If you merge those documents, like for example, using I love PDF, when you upload it, it's only one page, the first page that will appear. And because I had such issues, because when I paid 77,000, since I'll be applying um, for family reunion, which at the time was definitely more than Vivis. I can't really remember. So paid the overage, and then what I did was I merged both documents and I uploaded it online. Now, I observed that it was one page, so I thought when it gets there it would appear differently. But again, the price changed again to from 108 to 130,000, and then from 130,000 went to 180,000. Well, because it was, they couldn't find the second one I paid after this on 7,000, I was forced to pay, or let me say I was forced. I was told to pay um, the overage, okay? And we, even despite all my pleas that, oh, I did this, check the date, I paid this earlier, but then it fell on deaf ears, so I, so I paid. So when you are, if you find yourself in such shoes, use Canva to, you know, to put them together, okay? Yeah, so yeah, that's just something about family reunion. So what I want to shed light on is, in my previous video I said something about being able to move with family, and that's why you're seeing this on the screen. As you can see, it's saying in case you have in the case you intend to travel with a family, VITEM 11, which is a family reunion, is required for spouse and children. And in the case of minors, additional documents are required. A letter from the university confirming that they have knowledge that you intend to travel with the family. It's mandatory, okay? And yeah, so on and on and on and on like that. Yeah, which means before, in fact, this was what I saw. And again, I will always give credence to one of the, like, Tife, you know, she actually referred me to, because I got my admission, I remembered, in July. I did not put in my application until November because I wanted to make it right. So I was seeking for information everywhere, and everywhere. I combed everywhere to get information, and I put my application in November, sent the application in January, the hard copies, and by March, yeah, the visas, March, April, we got our visas. Yeah, so now this was what I saw that gave me the nerve, because what I heard from people was that, oh, you need to apply for yourself first before you apply for your family, blah. But I knew that it's possible. So by the time I read this, I knew, oh, fine, it's possible. But now it is virtually impossible. Okay? Now, as a recipient of Vitem 4, you're expected to come into Brazil first. Okay? So by the time you get into Brazil, so what I tell people, what the arrangements I make for them is to put their documents, the documents for the family reunion together before they leave, so that by the time they get here, what would just happen is they go to Katorio, and the process is just simple. Don't worry, all the documents that you need will definitely, you'll get it from the embassy via an email. You can always reach out to them via their email. And then, yeah, this is their email right here, okay? consular.lagos@itamarati.gov.br. I can never forget that email. Yeah, so because we did so many back and forths, and yeah, so by the time you do that, one of the forms, important forms, is the proof of residence and conviviality form, which definitely explains your relationship with your dependents, like maybe your wife, your children, then that one. Another one is the authorization form, okay? There's another one that is a consent form. Do you understand that? Now, regarding the authorization form, it's going to be one per child. Okay, it's going to involve, it's going to include your detail, your wife's detail, and the child's detail, and with a passport. And then, do you understand? So if you have 3 children, you're going to make 3 of that. Do you understand? So you are going to put all of them together and take them to Katorio, like the notary publics here. You take them to Katorio, and then you notarize them. However, there is now another document that is needed now. Another document that is needed now. Oh, I don't think I have it here. Let me see. Okay. Um, do I know if I still have it? Let me see. Uh, let me see. Uh, oh, okay. You have it here. Good. So now this particular one is what exactly? It's just like a letter, okay? Like it's going to be like a self-introduction letter. Now let's look at it together. Yeah. So this is it. Okay. Inviting letter. So can you see inviting 11 family reunion necessitates the calling individual to provide an invitation. So necessitates the calling individual to provide an invitation letter registered as a public document by a certified notary in Brazil known as cartório. Okay? Cada convite registrada por escritura pública. Okay? So what it just involves is yeah, so when you get there, definitely they will tell you how to put it. But then it's just like so. You might say, okay, with this registration number, blah blah blah. Sorry, with CPF number, blah blah blah. Hereby, blah blah blah. Then you write. You can contain. Okay, now come and see. He said the original version of this letter must be presented by the family member when applying for this specific visa, accompanied and must be accompanied by their passport and other supporting documents. Okay? In the case of family members, spouse, children, parents, etc., etc., meaning it could be your brother, okay? It could be your cousin, yeah, and then the invitation letter may encompass multiple invited family members. So you just itemize their names 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, depending on numbers, and then you take it to Cartorio, or you can even go there and ask them how it could be done, and then you'd go there. I think a friend that did it recently did it for 22 years. I stay in Rio Claro in Sao Paulo. I think he did it for 22 years. So yeah. So once you just get your visa, make your arrangements. I tell people like once you're admitted, just start preparing, and then within 1 month maximum. I've seen cases where visas get ready within 2 weeks of submitting. I mean, after submitting the hard copies. Okay, after submitting the hard copies, 2 weeks, and then but then maximum of 1 month, your visa should be ready. Just take the next available flight, come into Brazil, start your documentation. Okay, and I want to tell you, okay, get this at the back of your mind before I finish this video. The thing is that family reunion currently takes a long time. And when I mean long time, I'm not talking about years. Just probably, I tell people the least time you could expect is about 5 months. I'm sorry, 6 months. That is the fastest. Like it is very fast. I mean, very fast. You can get it in 6 months. So I tell them within 6 and 1 year, 6 months and 1 year, your family reunion should be ready. If there is no back and forth, okay. Now, so if you do not want any back and forth, there's a need, just like I said, I asked questions. It's not going to bite. Ask questions. Do you understand? Instead of just lamenting and blah blah blah, ask questions. It's not going to bite you. Okay? So ask questions about how to put the documents together. Because one thing, let me give you just the original. Now, the thing is, this is one thing from experience and from people's experiences. One thing I have gathered is the embassy possibly they do pool of entries. And what do I mean by pool of entries? Is, for example, you have if your documentation lacks a particular document, okay, and then or probably you did not do something right. See, it is something right could be as simple as this is something that happened. Someone normally the POF pro fund that they ask for is just 3 months. This guy sent in 6 months. Guess what? they sent the entire document back to him. Okay? They sent it back to him, telling him that it is just 3 months that they require. I was like, what? Are you serious? Okay? So it is as little as that, as minute and, you know, as that. Okay? So now ensure that you ask questions. Okay? Because why it takes longer time is, again, I feel that it gives credence to more to VITEM 4 than to family reunion. So if, for example, you're applying for family reunion during the VITEM 4 glut, I call it glut because there are periods when, you know, there are loads of student visas that have been attended to. For example, for example, people are getting admissions now and already starting to put in the applications for visa. So by January, February, March, even part of April, those are the glut periods. So if you apply during that time, or probably you want to apply during July, August, September, those are the glut periods. Okay, so there's a need for you to put in your application way, way, way early and very fast. Okay, very, very fast. Okay, so that's just what I want to share with us regarding family reunion. So if you have any question, okay, or you need a guide, you can send, just type your question in the comment box, and then I would take it up from there. So yeah, once again, I want to wish the PEC applicants best of God, and I hope everything will turn out fine. I know, a lot of people have sent me messages asking questions about, oh, is the list out? When is it going to be out? All we can do is just to get our fingers crossed and wish ourselves well. So, till we meet again,